Robert family, how's every single one of you? And it's time to talk about WWE NXT UK, the last show for In Real General. Volta, yes. Is his last standoff. He's going to have his last match here in NXT UK because it seems like he's most likely moving to America. He's going to be actually, they say, Paul, like most likely main roster, either Raw or SmackDown, but they say probably like a few months just on NXT and the regular NXT just to get accustomed to America, kind of like American customs, traditions, and all of that. So we'll see what happens. But aside of that, another solid episode on NXT UK. More new matchups are coming up, and we're going to have also in 2 weeks NXT UK Championship match.
Yeah, this episode of NXT UK, it was a pretty solid show. I love the main event, the send-off for Walter Frazier. We'll talk about that, how much I enjoyed that match. But this was a pretty good show. I just don't like maybe the booking of, one of the matches here that we're going to talk about in a little bit. But overall, NXT UK always delivers a fantastic show. Like you said, 2 weeks' time. I'm looking forward to that. Ilya Dragunov and Jordan Devlin.
Exactly. So we're going to be talking about everything, but before we do so, thank you so very much to every single one of you that have given us an opportunity to share our love of professional wrestling, to share all of our knowledge in the subject, in the sport. So thank you for that. Don't forget to keep subscribing, hitting that notification button, and also give the video a like. More people will be exposed to us, and that makes us better, and also that just better content for every single one of you, AEW Dynamite right here. Exactly, love is in the air just because Adam Cole and Britt Baker are together, just this for the first time, just as a couple, to go against another couple that is going to be Chris Statlander and Orange Cassidy. And Paul, aside of that, we had MJF is still messing up with CM Punk. Great match. Wardlow looked absolutely strong, but in the end, he loses like a fucking dumbass. So, and also Chris Jericho with Eddie Kingston, and Hangman Page in Lance Archer, and the debut of Brody King.
Yeah, like I said last time, my quote was the good, the bad, and the ugly. We see some good, we see some bad, and we see some ugly. You went over most of it there. If you want to hear our full thoughts, definitely check out this review. But hopefully, this Lance Archer and Hangman Adam Page feud, hopefully it's good, and hopefully, continues to get him over, because he's the one thing that, his matches with Danielson felt so good, but he doesn't feel, I agree with what a lot of other people are saying, he just doesn't have that, feel as a champion.
The feel as a champion, as the leading man, because there's so many other figures like CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, all of them have more name caliber, they have more fandom, so that's why we really think that he's the champion. It's kind of for example, Paul, remember Big Show is the WWE champion, but you have The Rock, Stone Cold, Triple H, Undertaker, Kane, Mankind, all those guys surrounding him he's the champion because we let him be. So they need to do a little bit more to make us believe that that's the man. The cowboy shit, Adam Hangman Page, he's the AEW World Heavyweight Champion. So Paul, like we said, today is the last day of Walter in NXT UK. We're already going to talk about that in the main event, but the show started out with Dave Mastiff and Jack Starks going against Di Familia, La Familia. What do you think about this? Because the outcome was really trashy. I don't like that because it's just going to take me to another route, take me to another journey when it comes to be with Di Familia.
Yeah, this match, pretty much until, we saw the ending of it, it went exactly how I thought it was going to go. Jack Stars and Mastiff, they get them over, but, I'm not over to win the match, but they get them over by Jack Stars. He's being the guy who, he's in there, he's taking a lot of the offense, he tags in Mastiff. Mastiff comes in, he's big, he's strong. I think it was Raja tried to suplex him, and Mastiff was like, no, you can't. You're not
don't even try.
Yeah. So obviously they have that dynamic, and they were portraying it well, and I'm thinking, okay, you have Dempsey, he's going to be the one to screw them, because we already have a babyface team. Smith and Carter are in the next round, so why would you do two babyfaces? And you think, okay, this is a perfect thing, maybe this is going to be a feud they set up. No, they're not setting up a new feud, because their old feud still isn't over. Because we see, Gallus, here comes Joe Coffey, then Mark Coffey and Wolfgang, they come out, and it's a big brawl and everything, and you have Raja still in the ring. 1, 2, was it Raja, right?
Yes. Mastiff did a German suplex and with Bridge. With Bridge, that was 1, 2, 3.
And now this is obviously setting up, what I say last week, the winner of this tournament isn't going to dethrone Mustache Mountain. I think they're going to have a little decent title run here. And, this is just setting up a 6-man tag between these two groups, and this needs to be the end of it. Now, we've seen these guys feud a lot. They cost them a title opportunity, in the world of kayfabe. You cost us a title opportunity. This is bullshit. Settle it in I mean, I'd love to see a steel cage. Have they ever done steel cage in NXT
No,
UK?
they haven't done. They haven't done it in
Yeah.
NXT UK. Probably like I don't know if like the BT Sport have like space to like down pull a cage down, but it will be good. Or like in this case,
I
they
mean,
were
you
gonna
can
do no
construct it.
count, no pulse
You
count
can
anywhere.
construct it. You don't have to like lower it. You can just build it and just have it. Whatever. But like, I
Maybe,
don't know.
maybe they could. They could. Yeah, that would be appropriate for like the type of like feud. And like you said, this I think it was the wrong decision just because if they wanted to have the match, just have it. You don't need like the one team to cause the other, and then just have two baby faces like going to the final of the number one contender tournament. But that's what they did, and the Familia, I feel that they need to still go over because Dempsey's
Yeah.
new,
And
Raja,
I'm
and
just
also
thinking,
Tiamat.
like, when you see a team like Jack Stars and Mastiff, or even Smith and Carter, when you look at them, they're just okay. These are two guys, whether they look like a tag team or they just look like two guys in a tag team. That's just all they are. But the
Yes.
heels, Symbiosis, they have the aura, they have the music, even De Familia, you see the German streets and the long dinner table. Like, the heels are cool. They actually put some effort into the heels, but then they're the ones who always lose.
Yes,
So
exactly.
I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. It's like, build up your baby faces if they're going to be the ones who win. Don't have them just look like two random guys.
That's the problem, it's like if you're gonna give me everything else, you need to deliver when you're telling me the story. Because you set me up with every single, like you said, music, all these things that like are building for like a heel, and when it comes to the match, they lose. Like, they're cool, but at the same time, are they really that cool?
No.
That's the one thing. So let's talk about cool Jordan Devlin. See, that's cool right there. You see, like the one he presents himself. He says he has everything. He's gonna outstage Ilya Dragunov, and he's gonna take NXT UK to the next level. And he says it doesn't matter family and all of that. He has the cars, he has the fame, popularity, he has the chicks. Kind of like LA Knight, but in a cooler way, because LA Knight is also what? Hey, loser. So that's, you see that. And also Paul is like revealed that in 3 weeks time, in 2 weeks time, we're going to see like the championship opportunity with Ilya Dragunov and Jordan Devlin. So what do you think about it?
Yeah, this promo was great. I like the way they're doing this. It's definitely a different take, how the guys are talking very calmly. They're not screaming. They're not, in each other's face. You're not seeing somebody go through a table or, getting beaten up backstage or anything. So, this is good. I think now, they're keeping it calm, because when they have the match, I think that's when all the emotion and everything's going to explode. And I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a great match. And I don't know, do you think there's any threat here for them to do the title switch? I didn't think so.
No, there will not be. I just feel like, like if they gave Walter such a long reign, pandemic, let's keep an eye on that. Pandemic got in the way of that. But at least, it was long, and Ilya Dragunov needs like at least a semi-long, as like what Walter was. So I don't see a thread right here. Remember the feud that like is still like unfinished, and that's Rampage Brown. So that this is just in the middle to get me to there. I'm thinking, at least for me.
Yeah.
But again, like you said, like the story's calling for like something good. Maybe like another match between this and then Rampage Brown shows us out of nowhere. They're keeping him, cool. We'll see what happens. But that's that's going to be interesting.
I like that thinking with Rampage Brown.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like you have like you have the guys, so maybe we'll see what happens. But Paul, Jeannie is going to be in commentary, and for the ones that don't know, we always give you the gossip here. Like, she's the girlfriend of Walter, so she's also going to be going to the United States. She's going to be coming over here, so probably we'll see Jeannie also in NXT or like in the main roster. We'll see. I mean, she has the talent, she has like the promo ability, so she's going to actually be commenting. She's going to be talking about Stevie Turner against Amel. Remember, we talk about this match because Amel like and had like an altercation with like Stevie Turner, because everybody's just making fun of like the video package that they had. Like I said, Jeannie was on commentary. So what did you think about these girls? Because Stevie Turner is good, but like Amel now is a babyface, so of course they're gonna give him the opportunity, and that's why she got the win.
Yeah, they're really pushing Amel here, and I'm not saying that I didn't think she was going to win, because like we said, they did that video package and it got over, and now the heels are using it in the storyline to, for just to start feud, get matches and everything. And I mean, the match was all right. And Ginny like we said, I think Amel gets better every time, and Ginny on commentary was good. Like you said, she's a good, she's not one of those women like a Carmella or somebody. When they talk on commentary, you're like, Jesus, like, is this please going to be, when is this over? But
yes.
No, I think she's good. And, we saw, not to go too off topic, but we saw how they are pushing Piper Niven, on, even though they gave her a bullshit name, but they are pushing her. She has a championship match.
Yes. Yeah, she's going to be fighting in the Royal Rumble with Becky Lynch.
Yeah, so I mean, I wouldn't be too nervous if I was Ginny, and they have high hopes for Walter as well. So I think she needs to do the right thing and put Amel over, because we saw she hit the French Hope right here, or the Hope Breaker. What is it called? Or is that what it
Now, the
is?
Hope Breaker, I like that. This is just a spine buster. She lifts him up
she hits
and then slams him to the mat.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called, the Hope Breaker or something like that, or the French Hope, whatever or that's her name, whatever. She hits her move, 1, 2, 3, big win here for her, so that's good. And then after the match, Ginny was like, oh, blah blah blah, like I'm gonna show her. She was pissed, and then we can talk about it right now. She had a promo and she got like 2 words out. Ginny comes in, she like pushes her, and when Amel starts screaming and speaking it, well, one, it's in French, so we have no idea, but dude, when she starts screaming, you're like, what is she even saying? But I mean, she has that intensity.
Yes, so, she's mad. She's furious. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's believable. So I'm looking forward to see this match. But like I said, I think Amel's got to go over here too. If you're really going to build her up, as maybe your number 2 baby face, because who knows how long
Meiko Satomura, you have
not Meiko Satomura, but Eva Valkyrie, who knows how long she's out.
Eva Valkyrie's out, I did actually the research poll for everybody, remember the match with Ginny, that long match, when she delivers that she did a leg drop onto the chair, she got injured, so she's been out for quite a long time. We'll see when she comes back, but like you said, once she comes back, it's going to be actually better. But this is a good opportunity for her.
Maybe they'll even bring her back as a heel.
As a heel. Danny Luna is also another one. So they have a few alternatives. So this was good, like you said. And maybe that will be for Ginny, that match with Amel, the send-off. Okay, sweetie, but go with Walter, have a good time. Enjoy America. That's what they need to do. So good stuff on that. Let's talk about Pretty Deadly, because they won a match, against Sam Gradwell. They're not focusing on the tag team titles. And right now they say, hey, you know what? Our rematch is supposed to come whenever. So it's all good. We got the rematch. We will worry about it when the time comes. But now we want Gradwell. They call us stupid. They call us yogurt. So we want a match with them. Siscal agrees. And he says he's going to have to find an opponent. And he goes, oh, you mean the guy with no friends? So we'll see who could be potential. I'm thinking here Saxon Huxley. He can be a potential opponent against these guys. But I think Pretty Deadly is going to win anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I almost feel like the opposite, that they're going to lose this, because he's going to pick somebody that's crazy or something. Saxon Huxley is crazy, but like a surprise or something. I don't really know how this is gonna turn out. I really don't even know how they should have booked Pretty Deadly. I mean, this is good for Sam Gradwell, but I'd rather see him get a babyface push in the singles division, not feuding with these guys. But I mean, we got to see how this goes. I mean, because if it's Saxon Huxley, then I hope they do beat him. But then that kind of ruins Sam Gradwell's push that I think he's getting right now, a little bit of a push, because Huxley shouldn't win, because they portrayed him like a loser so far.
Yes. I mean,
and it's like, oh, these were your tag team champions for how long, and now they just lose to everybody.
That's what I mean. So I guess at the expense of Gradwell, because remember, they need to, like I always say, somebody has to lose, right? Yep. Somebody has to lose. So in this case, it's going to be Gradwell. He doesn't mind. I mean, he gets 2 wins, he gets 9 losses. That his record is a little not good. It's not balanced. But that's what we're going to see. What do you think about this next week? A-Kid going against Noam Dar. 2 good promos by champion and challenger. And like I said, next week there's going to be a Heritage Cup Championship match. And here I'm thinking Noam Dar is going to retain. I don't want to see the A-Kid champion again.
He has to, because, and sorry to cut you off, but when I was watching this, I mean, Noam Dar's so great. And I love how he always counters everything A-Kid says and makes fun of him and everything. And again, every time A-Kid cuts a promo, I'm like, this guy's just so unbearable.
Yes.
He's a good wrestler, but I feel like, I don't know if they write all his promos, or I mean, I know they write people's promos. I didn't think they did it on this brand really too much, but everything he says, it sounds like it's not coming from him. It sounds like he's reading it off a card. There's no real emotion to it. If that's the case, then speak in Spanish. Throw up the subtitles. Let's see the real raw emotion, because that's what I want to see. He's like, oh, I need this, or I may never wrestle again. Well, then don't. Bye-bye. Find another, go back to wherever, and or stay here in the UK and, I don't know, put the ring up or something. Then don't wrestle again. I don't know what to tell you, but I don't want to see him win. To me, he's right now, it's like Roman Reigns when he was babyface. This guy's always after a title. He's always right there. He's always getting pushed, and I'm like, I don't care. care. There's nothing for me.
It's
to
hard
like
to
about
go
this guy.
behind the A-Kid just because the level of charisma that he has. But he has everything else. He's quick. He's a good wrestler. He has the speed, everything. He the ability. He's a technical wrestler. He can be aerial. He can do everything. But the charisma, the connection with the crowd, you don't see that. And that's like you said. I think he suffers the same thing.
And you have a lot of guys on this brand that don't really have that, super kind of charisma, but even guys like Smith and Carter and Jack Stars and Frazier, I think they have all more have,
No, yeah, like I said, I think it's the same thing that happens with with Andrade. It's the translation is the way that you talk, the way you try to convey your feelings, and into the promo, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work because again, there's that language barrier, and it's not that he doesn't know the words, but the words don't really are going along with what he's thinking. So that's the problem.
I just want to see him lose here and then turn heel. Let him have a run as a heel.
And then, the promos can be better, yes, because there will be anger behind them. So that's a good thing. So, Paul, like you said, let's go to now the main event really quick, and that is Walter, last time on NXT UK going against Nathan Frazier. Tell me a little bit about this match, because part of me, maybe stupid me, thought that, maybe Nathan Frazier was going to get the win, but here's just el farewell of in-ring general. So tell me a little bit about this.
No, there's no way. I mean, they're going to try to smash Walter over. Like I said, they dropped the ball when I think he ate a Claymore kick 30 seconds into Survivor Series done. He was pinned the first guy. Thanks for coming, Walter. And, that was a mistake a couple years ago. I don't think they're going to make that one again. They're really trying to get this guy over. So he was going to win this match, but he was going to make Frazier look good. And I like in the beginning, Frazier kind of used the quickness, the speed, but Walter, obviously so strong, so dominant. And it was just when he went for the big moves that Frazier was able to counter, whether he, is able to kick the knees, the legs, or dodge some of the chops, because Walter, it's a big swing when he takes those chops. He winds them up, and, so a quick guy like that could dodge him and everything. And I love every time Walter went for a power bomb, he countered it. It wasn't until the third one, not to get ahead of myself, that he actually hit it, but he countered one into a Hurricane Rana, the second one into a Canadian Destroyer. I mean, it was just all great stuff. And when Walter wrestles, he's one of those guys like a Dustin, Dustin Rhodes and all that we say they do what they can do because and they do it better than almost anybody.
They do it at a high level, yes.
Yeah, Walter's you're not going to see him do some kind of Phoenix splash off the top or something. No, but when he has a guy on the top, and I like when he had Frazier and he was putting his boot and pushing him down over the ropes, and he was using his size and the leverage and stuff as a submission. I mean, it was really good stuff here, but Frazier, he at the end tries to make his big comeback. He hits that springboard, elbow, inverted DDT move he does. And, he was making his big comeback, but, he
even did the curve stomp. He was even they say in comments, shades of Seth Rollins. Yep. He did also the frog splash. So there was a lot of comeback. There was a lot of offense that Walter sold.
Yeah, Walter, I think that's why I think a lot of these bigger guys, they like working with these small guys. They can beat them up and they can sell for them, but then they can also, sell for the little guy at the end of and it makes good.
I think it's because they tells you a good story, right?
Yeah,
it's like a David and Goliath match. To win.
Yeah. So it was good, but no, third power bomb caught him, and I like how it was just one. He caught him, boom, hit him, 1, 2, 3. It wasn't, he kicked out and he had to hit it again. No, because Frazier's good, but he's not on the Ilya Dragunov level. He's not, a top guy yet. So all it took was one, boom, Walter wins. Good send off, good main event. I liked it.
Exactly. So this is the last thing we see. Thank you so very much, Walter. For a great run in NXT UK. Remember when he debuted it? Exactly. Imperium was legit. Was because then Vince McMahon got his hands on that and they completely destroyed it. Now they're trash. But at least when he comes back to home, when he comes back to NXT UK, we know that that's the Walter that we're used to seeing. One of the greatest things that we've done is the match with Ilya Dragunov. So October 2020.
Do we know where Alexander Wolf is?
Alexander Wolf, he's still indie. He's still indie.
I was gonna say, did he sign with anybody Impact, anything, or just
Maybe
He's
in
doing it
progress
Yeah.
in England. Kind
Okay.
of going on in those tours yet. Not really like a main promotion, but at least like you said, like Imperium right now. Hey, maybe with Walter, and if they go like to the main roster, that would be cool. But if they keep it serious, they keep it the way of Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Johnny Singh, they all kept it like that, a great faction. Not like the crappy thing that we've seen on NXT 2.0, but at least here.
I mean, if I'm gonna quick book it to take 30 seconds of our time here before we get out of here, you keep him on NXT, you keep him warm, like you said. I don't debut him until the SmackDown after Mania. Hopefully, Roman, if they're gonna do title versus title unification, Roman wins that, and then you have him on SmackDown, and then you do Walter versus Imperium versus Bloodline.
That would be great. See, that's a great
And then
way.
it's 3 versus 3. Then it's perfect matchup, and that's what I would do. But we gotta wait and see.
Exactly, but thank you so very much, family, to every single one of you. We appreciate all the love, support that we get from you guys, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Also, give the video a like. So more people are exposed to the original Rope Break. Where else can they find us, Paul?
And to make sure you follow us, Rope Break on Facebook, the OG Rope Break on Twitter, Original Rope Break on Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, and Spotify, and of course, right here on YouTube, the home of the #1 podcast in the YouTube wrestling community, the Original Rope Break.
And you and me have one more thing that is left to say, and that is...